Welcome to my brief. This is about the security analysis finding and recommendations for the Department of Veterans Affairs. And this is for University of Maryland, University College, CSIA 412, my security policy analysis class. This brief is unclassified. The first slide here shows that it's just showing you that the Secretary of the VA is the one responsible to develop, document, implement an agency-wide information security program. And right now the current situation is the Assistant Secretary is the one that certifies the program. So next slide here shows the Section 10 of the Executive Order. And this is one big part of this is how the VA ISP implements the old version of the NSIT standards. So they do need to upgrade their ISP very badly. This slide shows the proposed Cybersecurity Act and requires the Security of Homelands to coordinate with the VA Secretary when responding to major incidents. And I thought that was a good point to bring up. Okay, so the next slide here, this shows that if you read that paragraph, it pretty much explains the provisions of these sections are already covered in Section 7 of the VA ISP. This is just showing you that how the VA is in compliance with the Federal Information Security Act of 2002, but it still needs a lot of work. This is showing you the different standards used within the VA. Okay, now this is giving you just some type of crypto that the VA is using currently. There's a bunch of algorithms that are used, triple DES, AES, and DES. They don't use DES anymore. They mostly use AES and triple DES for their communications. Showing you that most of these are FISMA or FISMA compliant. Also, point is that they don't allow cell phones or PDAs. And this is just an example of the NIST publication that the VA uses, which we've studied in class. It's the NIST publication 800-53A, revision A, or revision 4, excuse me. And it's showing you the controls. Some of the controls that are being used. And it's pretty much just following the required federal laws and legislation, executive orders for the NIST. These are other or additional to key findings from the security assessment that I concluded. Also has some baseline controls. And in conclusion, the minimum mandatory standards prescribed by the Department of Veterans Affairs are based on the recommendations by NIST and by the VA Directive 6500 For managing information security risks, these are applicable to all VA IT systems, contractors, or any third party, whether they operate within or outside of the VA programs. And these are my references. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope to talk to you later.